Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Monday, 3rd of December 2018. So on Friday we see the pound moving lower. However, it didn't break the 127.23, managing to hold above this, and then we've seen the pound move higher on the overnight as the dollar has moved lower. A bit more detail on Friday's market. We blasted through the 200 bar moving average and then ran straight into some selling, which you can see here with the red at the DP level. So again, no surprise there, back below the 200 bar moving average, again showing that there's weakness around, and then you see the selling confirming this, and then you get some profit taking at the 127.50 area here, and you can see prices then trading sideways before dropping down and then coming back as the market just went into the Friday evening session there. So just the one trade on the pound to the downside, and there the bigger picture, the market sideways at the moment. As far as news is concerned, the only high impact news item we've got is the PMI, which is out at 3 p.m. today, and then there's a lot of MPC, FOMC members speaking, but they're all medium impact news items. The biggest news is this: Trump calls a truce on the trade tariffs for 90 days, keeping it down at 10% instead of 25%. And of course, this has boosted the markets considerably. We see the gap in the daily chart of the Dow. As I've said, the Santa rally, we've got the Fed being dovish as far as rates are concerned, changing their message from hawkish to dovish, and now you can see the market gap higher as well. The market's going up on low volume though, so no surprise really, because it can do. It's easy to mark prices up and bring in the, so you just want that one there, and bring in the weak traders into a rally. Not a problem at all. Buy the dips, keep the market moving. The all-time high is here at 26,953. We're going to finish above this before the end of December, no doubts about that. Keep the bonuses rolling, and also keep the market on the highs. Give the illusion that everything is fine, even though the global debt has gone from 65 trillion to 265 in the last 10 years. As long as the stock market's high, then people won't be too concerned. Now we have a gap here as well. If the gap is not filled, I will be very surprised. We generally see the gap filled before we see a market move to the upside there. So we'll just have to wait and see. But on Friday, the market, usual stuff, market up above the 200 bar moving average, hitting the DP, very similar to the pound that we just saw. As soon as it hit the DP, we get the potential selling, which we see there in the upthrust. Market closes back below the DP. The market trades back down to the next psychological support, which is what we've seen also in the pound, except this was 100 point lower, not 50 points lower as in the pound. Sorry, 50 points lower here. And then we get a bounce, and then 76% retracement, and then before the close we get the plunge protection move. It's become known, and then over the course of the final part of the Friday session, markets move higher, and then Trump makes this statement, probably realizing that General Motors are going to be making people redundant, trying to bring the manufacturing back to the US, and this sort of generous 90-day stay of execution of the 25% tariff caused the market to gap higher. We can see the buying there, and then you can see it falling off as well. As the market moved higher, it's fallen off. Market became sideways, and that's the way it's remained thus far, as far as the Dow is concerned. So in the daily chart, looking at the 26,278, also notice that the market from this high down to this low, the market's gapped above the 76% retracement as well. So what I would do now is go back to the all-time high, down to the recent low, and this coincides with this high here, and it's a case of what will the market do when it gets here. But you will see, no doubt, prices move through this and head back to the all-time high, and that's what I would expect. And then finally, in Bitcoin over the weekend, let's pick up the daily chart. Market sideways, not a lot back below the 4,000 level though at the moment. So you can see there 3957. So $43 below the 4,000 level there. So we'll remove this and watch the 76% retracement. If prices continue to move to the downside, and I suspect that we will see this sort of a pattern before we start to see anything move higher. And if we don't get this, then we're going to see prices do exactly the same. They're going to bounce off, but this time they'll break to the downside like so. So that's all there is to report as far as the Bitcoin is concerned. Watch the gap being filled on the Dow. And the pound, well, that's in the lap of the gods at the moment, of course, waiting for the Brexit or the government vote in the House of Commons, which will be a week tomorrow evening. So let's wait and see. So all eyes on that one for the pound, unless anything happens to the US dollar. Okay, that will do for this one. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.